Hi everyone, I'm JD from Willowbound Journals, and this is my newest journal collection. It is a vintage French collection and very inspired by those layered envelope journals that I've been making recently. And I just wanted to try a few different ways of making these journals. As you can see here, this one has one flap on the front and one on the back. This one has two flaps on the front. This has no flaps, so all variations on the same theme. And these printables come from Amity Bloom's Etsy shop, which I will link down below in the description box. The blue one is its own kit, and then the green one is a separate kit as well. And yeah, I made two of these in the past, and I fell in love with the one that looks like this, so I wanted to make myself one as well. And this is the one that I'll be keeping for me. So let's do a flip through of the other ones. I haven't turned mine into a journal yet because I'm not really sure how I'm going to use it, so I don't know what types of papers I want in mine yet, but I've created the base, and I do have a tutorial on my channel showing how to make this base. And this time I did something slightly different. Instead of using envelopes for the cover of the journal, I used a manila folder. So these two are envelopes, and this one's an envelope, but this particular part, which is the cover of the journal, that's manila folder. Anyway, so I'll put that one aside and do a flip through of these ones. And this one has already sold to one of my dear patrons, so she will be my journal twin. She'll have the blue version of my green version. So here's the smaller themed one, which is more in line with the originals that I made. And they've all got beautiful appliques from France. Aren't they gorgeous? Beaded appliques. And let's open these up and show you what they look like inside. So this one has a pocket here with the envelope, and we've just got some gorgeous vintage French ephemera. Nice large pocket to add things in there. And then we've got a whole bunch of beautiful vintage French papers, documents, receipts, ledgers, all gorgeous pages. Some music paper, wine label, vocabulary card. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my goodness, how beautiful. We've got a doily, vintage French book pages as well. I love this paper here. So gorgeous. The ledgers are stunning. And just some beautiful things paper clipped in, and things added to pockets here and there. Some more gorgeous ephemera. So these two are available. If anyone's interested, feel free to email me. Let me know what country you're from so I can include a shipping price. And just let me know if you're interested in either the green one that's left or the blue one that is left. So I love working with this theme, the vintage French theme, and just vintage in general is one of my favorite junk journal themes. Another wine label and vocabulary card. Just gorgeous. And then on the back we have a vintage seed packet inside, so it peeks through the window, and then some more vintage French book pages. Love the addition of the masking tape. Just here and there I like placing it, as you can see, like here. And so I'll do a flip through of this one next, the two that are available. Look at this applique. Isn't that stunning? Something to note, there is some of these streaks here, and that's just because of the printer. Now I don't mind that at all, but I do want to point that out here. So you can see mine has the streaks as well, and see, streaks. I don't mind because you can see the streaks here. Some papers show the streaks more than others. Look, for me, I don't mind at all because I am happy to still use it and write, well over those streaks. And for me, it gives it sort of that lived in vintage charm vibe, the way that we love, finding books from the op shop, thrifted books that have discoloration and tears and things. So for the vintage theme, I actually don't mind it. It kind of blends in and has that more, worn feeling to it. So you can see again here, it just almost gives it a bit more added interest. But of course, it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea. You might want, a pristine print job, and that is totally cool. For different types of journals, yes, I might want a pristine print job, especially if it was over something like an image, especially if it was like a person's face or something like that. Or if it was a photograph, I wouldn't appreciate these lines. But for my personal journal, I'm totally okay with it, and that's the only reason why I am allowing these to be in my shop, knowing that I'm okay with them. So just want you to know that though, but you can obviously see it as you're watching these flip throughs, and you can decide for yourself. What everyone already has their own preferences, what they like and don't like. So if it's going to bother you, definitely these journals are not for you. I love all these vintage pieces in here too. Seed packet, and these two are very much sisters. They've got the same types of pages, and they are very much, they go together. Just one has more of the envelopes and the fun things on the front. This one's more of a simple type of journal, which I love as well. I love making these journals with all the different ways. It's been super inspired by the layers and different ways of making these journals. So I love this picture here. That is very cool. So this is this journal. Loving, loving, loving all of the vintage pieces and pages. Love, love, love. So pretty. Okay. And then this one is the one that has sold. And let's do a flip through of this. So we've got some ephemera there. Again, I just love the addition of the masking tape. Some goodies in this pocket. Writing space. And lovely, lovely pages on the inside. So pretty. Oop. So pretty. Lovely variety of pages. And all different types of ephemera tucked in as well. Love the illustrations on those book pages. And my cat wants to chime in, as Kirk from Psychology in Seattle says. Lovely, lovely pieces. So I am running low on my vintage French supplies now that I've started making my vintage French journals, and we've moved on. And for those who don't know, this year I am using the things. So all those treasures that I've been hoarding, I'm finally using them. And the way I'm doing it, I'm a very methodical person. So I'm doing all my bird journals all together. I did all my Edith Holden journals together, my botanical, and now I'm moving on to the vintage French theme. And then once I've used up all my supplies, that's it. So this is me using up the vintage French supplies, and I love these treasures. Oh my goodness, so much so that I just love this one, and I am going to keep this for me, which I rarely do when I make a collection. And when I make journals, they're usually for my shop, but I just love this one. I love it. Okay, anyway, those are the 4 in this vintage French collection. And yeah, like I said, if you're interested in this one or this one, feel free to email me. My email will be down below in the description box, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.